So this week, I am going to clarify um, a few things, and then uh, um, a little review, maybe. Not so much a review, but just sort of clarify uh, kind of what I've been talking about one more time, um, because uh, we have all come. We came in looking for something. Everyone came into this class looking for something. And I feel that um, we've all received something, and we're all in a different place. So, coming into, I called it meditation because that's what made sense at the time. But it's really a class about developing that conversation and relationship individually with your authentic and high self, your divine self, um, and then taking that wherever you want to take it, uh, wherever you want to go, but understanding all of the uh, attributes and possibilities that are there, so that you can decide um, how much you want to press into that relationship and conversation. If you're super comfortable with it where it is, um, and that's fine too. Like it's we're all on an individual journey, and we're all here fulfilling our our human life experience in our own individual way. And as we're evolving and discovering our our individuality in our true self, then out of that will flow naturally um, our service. So um, instead of trying to pick a service that's gonna that appeals to us or something that's going to change everybody's life, right? We're here to change our life and elevate ourselves, and out of our process will flow um, our story, our energy, and the love within us will become more exposed. So um, each one of us has discovered that we have access to a secret place within ourselves that gives us access to the universe, um, to the great love that's there for us. And when we go in and we get quiet, or even when we're reaching out in the middle of a crowd, we're making a connection with that intimate aspect, that gateway into the source, into God, into divine life, our high self, however you want to call it. Um, we've learned how to access ourself, our high self, our authentic self in the moment to moments in life, and we are tethered to um, the universe. We're tethered to God. We are um, you know offshoots of the divine. So we are divine, so we're connected all the time. And as we're becoming aware of the depth of the love that lies within us, and we become more free in our awareness, and we become more inclusive, and we are living then in a place of unity more, where we look at one another as pieces of ourself, aspects of ourself. We're all woven together in this tapestry of energy across uh, the world. So um, I was watching this. This is a little sideline, but it is really cool. I was watching this. So I read this book called The Secret Life of Trees. Well, there's a documentary on um, Amazon called It's a secret life of trees, but it's scrunched down to 45 minutes. And they're looking at um, the secret life of trees and how they communicate with one another. And um, there is the gentleman who wrote the book has a pristine forest that he cares for in Germany. And so they've uh, kind of collaborated. So the trees through this network in the soil, not the roots, but this like internet of of this it's this fungi film of wires that is spread out in like the first inch or so of soil, and it travels through the forest. And if you um, introduce a certain chemical or a certain substance to a tree, um, then the other trees will have the same, will acquire the same substance because the connection through the this system of communication. So that's a picture of of how united we are in with nature and as human beings, because our energy is this web that spreads out across, eternity, across the face of the earth. And as each one of us is evolving and elevating ourselves in our um, divine essence and creative power, and growing the love, that allowing the love to flow that exists within us, that's traveling out through this web out of ourselves, and it's going into the people around us, the people's energy around us, right? People we don't know. It's spreading out in the forest, so to speak. So we really are united with one another as creatures, you know, and so we've discovered that, and the importance of the energy that we output, right? And the importance of the thoughts that we think, because it creates the emotion, which is the energy that pumps out from us, all around us, and creates our life experience. So um, in this class, we've gained an awareness of that, and our ability to change ourselves to have a better life experience. So and we've also come to an understanding that, you know, we are the I am, and we are divine, and we do have absolute sway in our life uh, in creating the life that we want to be living, and the life experiences that we want to be having. And along the way, discovering what's standing in the way of that. So, this class is about that discovery, and meditation for each one of us is a unique and personal experience. The act of meditation, because it can be as we go, because it's a conversation. It's as we go. It can be set aside time. It can be time to be. It can be time to create. We fall into our own song, our own rhythm with it, and um, and we begin to live in that, in the flow of that, in our own individual lives. So uh, once we made it past the threshold into that place where we begin to experience floating in the sea of love, understanding that we are so loved, and beginning to see the transformation in our lives, then we can take it wherever we want to take it. Um, whatever feels like a conversation to us, whatever feels natural. So uh, that's just um, So this class isn't necessarily a meditation class, as it is. It's a growth class. It's a self-actualization. It's becoming aware. It's bringing um, knowledge into our circle so that we can apply it and elevate ourselves up and up, and so that we're more pure in our energy, in our thoughts, um, and more acquiring the attributes of divine that dwell within us. Sorry about that. so um, we so I was thinking today about what is the class going to be tonight, and what kept coming to me was alchemy. And throughout the years, a lot of teachers have used alchemy or uh, etc. So alchemy is a seemingly magical process of transformation, creation, or a combination of both. So we are the alchemist for our life. So we're the person who transforms or creates something through a seemingly magical process, because we are in here with our desires and with our dreams and with our picture of uh, what we want from life. And we are spending time with that, and we are painting on the canvas within our heart that picture, or building in the field, whatever you want to build, right? So we are the alchemist for our life. It isn't going to fall on us. It's going to be birthed through us, and we have within us the desires and the dreams um, that are real to us. And we pursue those because they're real to us and we would like to experience them, right? And so, in the process of that, we discover how great we are, and the power that lies within us, and the magic that life can be. Because if we are wanting something different, we learn that we begin to change ourselves, and our way of being opens the door to moving in the direction of our desire, or allowing that desire to move in the direction of us. So um, we're the alchemist, and we're learning about how to be effective in creating and transforming our lives from the inside out. And it does not imply that anybody's life is bad, but if you're want to stay on this minute forever, that's awesome. You can. At some point, though, the minute will change, and you'll want to evolve yourself and create something different, or participate a little bit more. So uh, everyone's life is fabulous, and we are exactly where we're supposed to be. We're alive. We're learning. We're reaching out. There is no time and space. We're not falling behind or racing ahead. If you took away time, we would be moving along on our trajectory just fine. And we wouldn't have these feelings of, uh, I have to hurry up, or I'm going to miss it, or, all of that kind of stuff. Our personal growth is a magical, extremely important process for the time that we spend here as human beings on this earth. This life is a gift to us to evolve us. And that's why we need to become aware of the evolution process, and aware of ourselves, and aware of the joys and the passions and the desires within us, and be willing to look at them even if they are different than the life we are living now, right? It's a uh, we're going into a gallery and we're enjoying all of the art. Um, we're not uh, sticking with how we are because we have arrived here right now. Like we can create change, we can create opportunity, we can have more joy. Do we have a sense of well-being? These are questions I'm asking, and think about it. Do you have a sense of well-being with deep, like within your heart, within your soul, within your life all the time? Because these questions I'm asking, these attributes, are real blood pulsing through our energetic veins. We have these, and can be experiencing them no matter what is happening in this sensory realm. This is so important, right? So, do we have a sense of well-being? That's a knowing. That's I am okay. I'm okay. I'm taken care of. I'm everything's all right with me. Uh, I am right where I belong. Like, do we have that? Do you have it within you? How about unconditional love? Do you feel that within yourself? Not can you give it away to everybody? That's a lifelong practice of getting to where we can pour love out without condition. Um, but do you experience it for yourself from within yourself? Is it a real, tangible aspect of who you are for you? Do you have peace? An undercurrent of peace that all is well and I'm okay. And, do you have that within yourself? Is it alive within you, or does it come in and out? Is it conditioned by circumstance? How about joy? Does joy reside within you, pulsing within your energy, pulsing within you? Joy is not saying, I'm joyful about what is happening to me. Joy is, I have joy because of who I am, because I am deeply and profoundly loved. I have joy for life because of that, right? The answers are here. Like, I'm empowered, right? Do we feel empowered? Do you feel love? A constant within you. And happiness. Is happiness part of your life? Or is life riddled with fear and anxiety, um, things like that? So, you know, the dreams and desires, if you stop and think, if I could dream anything for my life without judgment, without constraint, without me denying it based on money or position or whatever, if I could speak to myself the dream I have within my heart, the desire, if I could put words to the desire, to that yearning in my heart, what would that be? What would those words be? And do you believe that? Do you believe in those things that reside within you? Do you believe that they're there because they can be real? That these are the questions that we are engaged in asking and participating in, because all of these questions I have just asked, all of those attributes are real. Um, that is who we are. That is our high self. That is underneath the persona that we've acquired, underneath the low level emotions that we live within day to day, right? The undertone of our life needs to be, I have a sense of well-being. I know who I am. I experience love. Unconditional love is here for me. I don't have fear about my love and acceptance, right? I am at peace. I know that answers are here, they are coming, they are, I need to get to a place to see them, like whatever it is, but we know they're there. We're not swinging in the breeze, hoping we land somewhere. Um, if we do have the desire and the passion in our heart for something, do we want that to manifest in our life? If the opportunity was there for it to manifest, would that be okay with us? Or would it create too much upheaval? Right? Because we can have these secret desires and dreams, but then as it comes along, we could be saying, no, not now, like not yet. Like, I don't want to deal with what might transform in my life for that to take place. Right? So it's knowing ourselves on a much deeper level. Do you have inspiration within yourself? Do you have inspired energy that wells up within you? Do you know what to do with it? You know, this is where we're going. And as we begin to uh, move these attributes forward, this begins to be the beacon that we are. This is the pulsing light that we are already inside, but we as human beings have to come to terms with it. We have to accept that as our reality. It really can be that good. We really can have magical lives in which we are um, feeling love and joy and peace in our life as we observe life and find our way in life and move through it. So becoming uh, the alchemist for ourselves, becoming the creator and the transformer, we're doing it through the divine energy, through the divine inspiration, the divine guidance that is flowing through us as we're having the conversation, as we're seeking to see things how they really are. We're seeking to see the world not through our lens, but to be open to seeing it how it is, not how we think it is, right? Questioning our own concepts as we move along. Uh, you know, being active participants, not just here and there, but this conversation is wanting to be a moment by moment conversation in which we're aware of who we are and we're aware of what is happening, and then we're getting input and feedback, and we're moving in the direction of that inspiration and that desire that resides within each one of us. Multiple desires. As we go, things evolve, right? As we move in the direction of something, um, things become clear. And sometimes we have to be still and sit with it and work on it for a while. And then we come face to face with, uh, what is it? What is it that I'm really desiring? Or, why do I have to keep moving all the time? Sometimes we need to sit still, and we need to not go do. We need to be, and we need to be in that place of being so that we can see and understand. Because sometimes the path is in front of us, uh, and we need to be still so that we can see it, because it is different than what we are used to. Right? It's calling on us to stretch and to grow and to participate. It's almost like one of those scavenger hunts, or you get a clue and you get to the next place, and then you're like, is it this? I don't know. You're kind of seeking around, right? And then you open a window and you're like, I would have missed that garden, right? Or something. So it it's not a straight line. It's a personal transformation as we're going along our path of life. And if we're liking just to come in and be surrounded by love, and uh, we're totally content in our current life, that's great. That's great. So, then you can begin to use your energy for others. You know, how can I uh, spread myself out in the service of others out of this place of contentment, right? Because we're always pouring out. We're pouring out continuously, whether we're active in it or whether we're passive in it. We are creating signals that go out, and they go into the roots or the energy field of our fellow humans around the world, and out to nature, that's all around us too. So in getting a hold of the fact that we are the alchemist, and we're creating a magic with our lives, we're transforming, or creating, transforming what we have into what we want. um, we uh, learn to use our energy with intention, and we learn to create the opportunity for these uh, desires to manifest for us in our life by applying ourselves to the outcome. And then that's where we begin to use our powerful energy towards a desired outcome. And then we spend our time throughout our day to day lives creating energy toward a desired outcome, but we're not doing it by ourselves. We're doing it through the knowledge and belief that energy creates, because we are creating all the time. So our energy is already creating all the time. So we're now taking our energy, applying intention for an intentional outcome. And then we're creating that picture, or that feeling, that opportunity for ourselves, and we begin to live from that place, that end place. Uh, so I'm hoping that if I say this quite a few different ways, it will make sense, and will excite everybody in this class to begin to know that you are already creating everything in your life, so you could begin to create with intention, um, for desired outcomes, for using your energy for yourself, and then using our energy to uh, minister to others on their journey, right? Holding space for them so that they can grow, right? Putting our energy into someone so that they have clarity. We don't tell people what to do, right? They have to find their own way. They have to find their own way. But we create an opportunity for that to happen through using our energy intentionally, creating love. So, so unmute yourselves if you have any comments or questions. Um, I'd love to know what you got out of this if you'd like to share. And I'm gonna wait because somebody told me I don't wait long enough.
I really appreciated the way you came at it, I guess at a different angle this time, because the direct questions, do you have joy in your life? Do you have peace in your life? Those are really things that we need to think about. And I don't know that it's been put that way before. And I understand a little bit more about why I'm taking this class now. I know that sounds crazy because we've been in it for so long, but it's like just saying it a different way, like you did, has brought so much more clarity to what it is that we're doing.
Yeah, thank you for that. We're actually have moved into a different space with the class.
Okay.
So that's why the last few probably felt like foreign language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. I just been
So
thinking I'm not getting it, but
yeah, so I'm
this
speaking
is
all the languages I know.
well, this is good though because this language hit me
Yeah,
in a way that some of the other things that you've said, I've been walking away kind of like, I can think about that, but I don't. That's a thinking mind. It's not a feeling. It's like I'm not getting it the way feel like I'm supposed to be getting it.
right. Good,
So
good,
this is very, very helpful for me.
good. Thank you. That's helpful for me to hear that.
Thanks.
Because when we begin to get, and anyone else, you could just start talking and I'll shut up. But when we begin to get a hold of, I could feel that all the time
Mm,
because when we're in peace and we're in joy and we're in the zone flow, uh, we have total clarity, right? I mean, we've all been in that for even just a moment, right?
mhm.
In that moment when we're totally focused and we have complete clarity, we have joy, we have peace, right? We feel that sense of well-being within us when we're in the zone. and and we can be in the zone as a lifestyle. We
All
just
the
don't know
time.
that we can.
Right. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so then now we're going to start talking about how.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
um, I'm going to wait as promised.
There we go. Am I there? Oh, I'm gone again. There I am. But it's a lot of times you can um, you get the idea, you get the point, but it's a lot harder to feel it from inside. Intellectually, I'm like, yeah, I understand. But when you try and grab that feeling, it feels elusive sometimes.
Yes.
And so that's kind of maybe when I do my mini meditations, I try and pull the feeling part up out of that idea
Hmm.
so I can know, so I can actually feel it.
Right.
And even if it's just a smidge.
Yeah.
So, but it can be frustrating because you think you know and you understand, but it's not the same as the feeling part,
Right. It's not
or at
a,
least it doesn't seem the same.
but all of that is woven into our DNA. These are um, our vehicle came completely wired with these emotions. We either haven't learned to use them or had bad experiences or something. So we're becoming familiar and aware with what we own already. We already own them. We're allowing them to now uh, come to life within us because we know they belong to us and they can be part of our moment to moment life. And then as we get that understanding, but we still go through the process of um, uncovering or changing the aspect within us that is blocking that, right? So it's the working out part. And along the way, we discover really important things about ourselves. But it's like I know I need to work out, and I know I need to get in shape, and now I know here's these 10 exercises I need to do, and so now you need to do them, right? So that's that we know, we're reminded, and then we start working it out, spending time reaching for it. So anybody else? I think I've lingered long
I
enough.
really, I really like the alchemy part
Yeah.
because it really hinges on that personal transformation, right? Like if you consider yourself a scientist and you can see the patterns, you can see certain patterns, certain habits in your life, whether good or bad. But the alchemy gives you the license to say, yo, you know what? I want to make something good of this. I want to integrate what I perceive this thing to be, whether bad or good, and I want to integrate this into my model or my algorithm or whatever that may be, right? And it really requires you to take deliberate effort to take whatever piece of ore that is in front of you and transform it into gold, right? So that was really, really powerful for me today. Thank you.
Good. And everybody, when you want, you see something you want to change in your life, you're going to go stand in front of a mirror and you're going to say, yo, you know what? I love that part about what you said, Naj. So you go, yo, you know what? We're transforming you.
I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes I have to talk to myself like that. Like,
I
yo,
do.
yeah, I have to coach myself at times.
I always say, hey, Miss Pike, let's get on the bus. Uh, I take myself in hand and I laugh about it because um, we get our attention. It's time for a change. If those attributes reside in me, then they need to be alive. I need to resuscitate them. And in the process of bringing, uh, you know, I can have joy for life. Like, pick one, like, just pick one and, work on that, like joy for life. And why don't I have joy for life as right now? And then we begin to learn about ourselves. We begin to learn about our life and we begin to learn um, magical things about ourselves. Not all just a bunch of stuff that needs to leave, but we begin to learn how we think. We begin to learn how we move in life, our unique and special way of growing ourselves. Like, we're each so beautiful in our process of growing and evolving that, we find that what works for us, and then we begin to fall deeply in love with ourselves in the process because we are becoming revealed to ourselves. Mr. Drozda says, I love the idea of sharing the joy with others and the world. It is an amazing life we all have. Let's share it with everyone. It truly is. It truly is. And as we are beginning, we hook in with these powerful emotions and they become our vibration. Then we move across the face of the earth, and the world is changed by the nature of our being. It will happen because of the energy that's moving there, right? And as we're moving across the world doing our, so being us, being our beautiful self, doing our beautiful stuff, the energy, the air, the everything around us will be enervated and lifted up and inspired with us um, living our lives, living our lives. Our lives are our message. uh, so we're going to go in and actually, uh, Kenny,
Yeah,
would you mind if we gave you some energy tonight?
I will take it.
Okay. So we're going to use our magic, uh, limitless, bountiful love power to elevate Kenny. And he's having a big, enormous dental process happening starting tomorrow over the next 6 months or something. So we're when we're going to go in, we're going to tap into love. We're going to be in there for a few moments, and then I'm going to have you uh, intend, and you can even image um, that love energy coming out of you and going to Kenny. We are sending love for Kenny's highest and best. We're not choosing anything else because that's the most powerful energy that we can send because it encompasses everything. So we're sending love for Kenny's highest and best, which is wholeness and wellness and love and abundance and freedom and joy, right? That's Kenny's highest and best, right? So that's what we're going to do with our meditation time. So I'm going to stop this.